Hi guys, so in this video I'm talking about the white approval or white validation and why do we still have that? I get that if you're raised in society for so many years that just portrays one way of being as the ideal way of being, that those things are going to like sip into your being, into your DNA, into what you see as good, into what you see as important and valuable. You're going to be like covered in it, and you're going to have to, when you start questioning or when you start wondering, are these all things that I've gotten from myself or from an oppressive society, you have to brush and brush. It's like tedious work to get rid of all these traces of an oppressive mindset, right? But like sometimes I wonder, for example, why is it that every time in Africa we get someone who's a genius, like the boy who built his own windmill by just reading books, because he's genius, you know? Or people that do well in math, or people that are great in engineers or chess players or whatever. Like there's this thing of like, oh, they're so good, now they must go to Europe. Do you understand? Now they must go to America. Now they must go and be with those people and then go to their school, you know, go to elite European schools. Why can't brilliant people be praised by Africans and stay in Africa and create things in Africa? Why do we always, whenever something is great, it's only as great as, okay, the Western world also recognizes that this person is great. Like how the people who become world known, like whose novels are great, they still have to have the Western stamp of approval, you know, that they went to Yale or they went to Oxford, Cambridge, you know, and it makes me so, ugh, why do we always have to be infiltrated through whiteness in order for us to be really good, you know? I feel like it's always like, no matter how good we are, it's not as good unless we've had the white stamp of approval. And I'm just here to say that I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of it. This is maybe just a rant, but like I feel like we should value our stuff, we should value our art, we should value our fashion, we should value our design before it's in Vogue magazines, you know? Before we say, oh, Vogue recognizes it, now it's really good. Okay, so I had to restart the camera, but which is probably good because I was going off and off in my rant. But basically what I'm trying to say is that I just wish that our things were important to us and us alone, and that was enough. Not because, oh, they're doing our dances, or oh, they're reading our books, or oh, they care about how we grow food, or who cares? Who cares? I just feel like, oh my god, and like some people are like, oh, it's good that they show appreciation. It's also like in the natural hair movement that our hair should be accepted by society, especially if you live like in a primary white society. They should be accepted and embraced, and there should be space for our hair in that society. And I'm just feeling like, why isn't it just enough that we like it? And I feel like it's almost like compensating for our own lack of appreciation of ourselves. Do you understand? So we need other people to appreciate it as well, especially people who we think are better than us, because then we feel like, okay, now it's important because they recognize it, you know? And it's just so sad, and I don't want to carry that on. And I feel like, of course it's good that people appreciate and they care about our stuff, but that shouldn't be the reason we adore and appreciate what we have, our hair, our skin. We shouldn't appreciate it because Italian Vogue decided to have a range of black beauty to celebrate it. That shouldn't be, okay, now I love it because they love it too. Who cares? I mean, that's great, but whatever. We love it already, you know? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if it's coming off correctly, but I hope you get it. But yeah, just that it has to go beyond that, and that we can love ourselves first and we can accept ourselves first, and that is the most important thing. And another thing I was thinking about, of course, in relation to this is that I don't believe that one race's superiority should be replaced with another race's superiority. But what I'm trying to say is that it's actually in the best interest of everybody to care about who they are and to love who they are first. I feel like if all races have self-love first and self-respect, and I'm not like trying to like start some what you call respectability politics, but like if we love ourselves enough, we won't really crave and demand it from other people as much, and their recognition would be like, oh great, you love me too. It's kind of like personal to person. Race, it's not that complicated actually. It's like person to person. If I love who I am and I appreciate who I am and I appreciate all my expressions of self, my hair, whatever, everything, and somebody says, oh, you look pretty, be like, oh, thank you, and I'll move on with my day. But I will not be there, oh, I hope you think I'm pretty, and I only think I'm pretty because you think I'm pretty, or maybe you think I'm smart and I only feel I'm smart if you think I'm smart, or that I'm creative if you think I'm creative. Do you understand? So it's the same on a race base, that we should appreciate ourselves and love ourselves regardless of what other people, other races think of us. We should put ourselves first before other people put us first or include us or exclude us, whatever. And we should focus our energy on us, do you understand? On making our world a better place, making our countries better, our communities better, before trying to get other people to feel the same way about us. And I think that will help us much more. I really do. Because everything else seems like we are just trying to get into, you know, the oppressive society's table of appreciation. Like, oh, now they love us, and now we're so happy because now we can love ourselves because they love us. And it's just, it shouldn't be like that. Do you understand? Anyway, I hope that makes sense. It's a bit of a rant, but I just felt like it had to come up. Anyway, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys! Okay, I think that's enough. And I feel like you should take that beyond, you know, like just keep going. What else? You know, keep asking what else? What else? You know, I mean, like take some breaks every now and then, but keep asking.